Baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do to give back what we had when love was true. Don't lie, I'd give up all I got just so I could get back in my spot. Oh, I need you bad as a heartbeat. I need you bad as the air I breathe. Oh, I need you bad, I can't take this pain. Oh, I'm about to go insane. Yeah, I need you, I need you. What I gotta do.
You have to be honest with yourself in order to be able to lead with truth. And kind of like before, I kind of felt like everyone respected me, but I still felt like a statistic, like just a musician that was kind of just doing things. And I didn't really have a why. So I started soul searching. And the very first thing that I had to do was heal from my last relationship. And this was really, really, really like, this was big for me because I was in a relationship maybe and no one knew. And that relationship, now that thinking back on it, it damaged me in a lot of ways. It damaged me because I was still searching for like who I was. And I also wasn't ready, I don't think, to be anyone's boyfriend. But I learned so much from that relationship about other people and also about myself. It had gotten really toxic. And I remember leaving for China kind of just thinking like, what the hell just happened to me? It was a really, really long time to kind of be connected to someone, and then to have them like living with you. And I wasn't ready for that. That was a lot. And you know, Aquarius like their own personal space. So it just was a lot. Like I was in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with 3 adults, 2 dogs, and a cat. It was tragic, to say the least. It's so interesting. I reached out to tell him that this song was about him, because in a lot of ways it was like freeing for me to be able to like, you know what, this song was about you. Don't get too like get, but this song was about you. And I needed to accept this relationship and actually heal. And I found that in China. But the very first like 3-4 months were very depressive because I felt like I was just all over the place emotionally, and I felt like I didn't really have real answers to the why. And imagine spending a year in a relationship all to find out that they're still in love with their ex. And then you just feel like you left with like this I'm sorry, excuse me. What? And maybe this is why I have trust issues, because I've really felt like I knew something was wrong, I just didn't know what it was. But I say that all to say, this song was the beginning of the process for me. This was one of the songs. This is why I felt like the album needed to start with this, because I feel like in order to heal in your life, you have to be able to deal with some stuff. And I feel like this album, I dealt with a lot. So this is Always You.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Julian King.
This next song talks about the love of your life. This is Always You.
It was like a dream come true, you said I do. We're young and in love, I think we were too. Growing up in Philly, listening to Jilly talk about our walks in the park, look how we grew. My favorite color was red and yours was blue. I gave you many rings, but you only took a few. And all I remember was in December, you told me you loved me a million times. If it's love that you need, just let it be, we'll work it through. And if you trust me to lead, baby, believe that's what I'll do. And if my heart skips a beat, all that it means is I want you. Every time I think why do what I do, oh, it was always you. It was always you. I said every little thing I did was because of you. I see you at home rocking on your couch. Come on, you ain't gotta be too cool. It was always you, yeah. Yeah. Dream come true. Now we moving on. I can't believe it's true. It wasn't cause of me, it wasn't cause of you. It's how we grew. We make up, break up, we messed up, yeah. I can't remember how many times you said we're through. All for us to turn around and do what we do. And if it's love that you need, just let it be, we'll work it through. And if you trust me to lead, baby, believe that's what I'll do. And if my heart skips a beat, all that it means is I want you. Every time I think why do what I do, oh, it's always you. Say, oh, it was always you. Every little thing I did was because of you. No, it was always you. Yeah. No matter how I put it, you're all I really need. Believe when I say it's from the heart. If it's really what you wanted, I know that we may be together someday. But today is not that day. Throughout all of this, music is the one thing that's kept me and all of my friends sane. But just as passionate as I am about music, I'm passionate about people. That's why I am so excited to be a part of tonight's concert. It's not just about the singing and the dancing, but it's actually about feeding people's minds and their hearts and their souls and their bodies. And together, we have been able to help feed over 1 million people because of people like you. So Why Hunger, thank you so much for having me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm sure those who went before and after me feel the same way. Via me, y'all already know how I feel about y'all, gang, gang. I'm Julian King. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. So this is the time. Go get some more ice. Go get a snack. Go get us something else to drink. I got one more song. And this is for y'all. This is for everyone around the world right now who gets to eat because of Why Hunger. Okay, so I'm in China. Life is not that much different here as it is in America. Just the week that I've been here, I've learned so much about the people and about the culture and how hard they work for their shit, you know? It's been incredible. I live in a city called Changsha. They have no stop signs, no lights. It's just one big free-for-all. Okay, hi. But yeah, they all ride bikes too. Bikes here is a big thing. Like kind of like how the people in America walk. New York, they walk. Here they bike. It's crazy.
One of the biggest things that I had to accept about myself is that my life would just be forever different. Forever different because of the gifts that I possessed, what I'm doing in my life, my personality, and kind of like the destiny and plan I feel like my life has over it. And that's kind of where 24 Hours came. I find that it's very, very, very difficult to date. It's very difficult to do a lot because my life is constantly on the move. I remember when I got back from China, bro, I was dancing background for a Bollywood artist, I was opening up the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City doing the Motown show. I was flying back and forth for The Voice. I was writing. It was just a lot, and I was all over the place. And that's kind of the lifestyle of a lot of artists. You know, when you get to these cities, you're there for like 24 hours, maybe 2 days max. But a large majority of my flying back and forth was like, I have 24 hours. And it's actually impossible for me to try to get to know anyone or do anything or anyone. So 24 hours talks about just having 24 hours, and instead of like looking at it from the glass half empty, I looked at it from the glass half full. We have 24 hours. I'm in Seattle. I'm in Chicago. I'm in San Juan. What are we gonna do with these 24 hours? I remember being in Seattle and like going up to the mountains and spending all this intimate time with this person that I just met, and then we both got on planes and went back to our respective cities, and that was that. So 24 hours kind of talks about my lifestyle and how I'm constantly moving, but how difficult it is to date because of that, and kind of how I view time as this precious commodity now, you know. So whenever I'm at my parents' house, or whenever I'm with my friends, or whenever I'm at the gym, like, I cherish those moments because those moments end. They have an expiration date, but doesn't mean that you're not going to see them again. It's just that moment is never going to be that again. So I try to make the most of it.
So you on the passenger side, hop in my whip. Let me take you for a ride, take you places you never been. You with the shits, relax, let me blow your mind. But I know that you do think it's best we go our separate ways. Let me plead my case, tell you on the way. Cause certainly you can't count on me to love you. No, but we just met, but I already. Rich, can I get a little reverb on this mic? We got 24 hours, let's exchange bodies. Have you reflected? Now I got started. If I was your boyfriend, I could take you higher. Paint the picture, nothing I'm missing. Cause now I got you, now I got you, now I got you, now I got you. All I wanna do, all I wanna do, all I wanna do. We got 24, we got 24, all I wanna do. We got 24, we time. Me and Ni hao. I'm in the airport, so I'm gonna try not to look like a crazy man talking to myself. But Pop Up, happy birthday. Getting old, dog. No, just thank you so much for always being in my corner and always knowing exactly what to say when I need you to say it. I love you so much, and I pray that this year's amazing. Too bad I can't turn up with you. But when I get back, it's lit. I love you, Papa.
Next song is called I Care. And this record is important in a lot of different ways. I realized that in order for me to move forward, I had to recognize what perspective I was coming from in my music. And I like to think that I come from a level of vulnerability that is not seen in a lot of music now. And this next song is called I Care, and it kind of talks about no matter, and I think that this is a stigma when it comes to Aquarius as well. We're just hard to read, we don't open up, we come off as these cold-hearted sharks And that's actually not true. Like, I really do care, and I may not be able to always say it outside of my mouth, like, I care, but I feel like I try in other ways to show. Quality time is is my biggest love language, and spending time with my loved ones is how I show I care and how I, so this is just a version of a lot of different types of conversations that I've had while dating, with friends, with family. That's kind of like, you say that I don't care, but I promise you, I actually might have one of the biggest hearts around you. But not all the time am I able to vocalize that in words. I can sing all I want about my emotions, but sometimes my words are just a little bit difficult to come for. So this is called I Care, and this is produced by Billy's Own Biz, and co-written by two of my friends. So here we go.
Vision, 1 minute we in it, then out it. Love, I just wanna give it, promise. There's no reason to doubt it, 'cause I care, I care, I care. Oh, I care, I care, I care. I care, I care, I care. Oh, I care, I care, I care.
I'm in Puerto Rico now. It's really beautiful. This is actually my first time at a beach in about a long time. But I'm just thinking about the album. I'm thinking about the 1-year anniversary. And I'm just thinking how so much has changed in this last year, and how grateful I am to have the friends that I have, the following that I have. I think about kind of where I'm at now, and I have this liberated feeling, this feeling of freedom that I feel like maybe I didn't even have just a year ago, And I'm so grateful for my life experiences, because I feel like they have channeled me into where I am and who I am today. This Made in China album is a labor of love, and I hope that you all actually really understand that. This is the beginning of, I feel like, who I am. And I'm excited because I feel like the next project is going to be even more in tune. But in a nutshell, I'm grateful for every season. I'm grateful for seasonal people, but I'm grateful for every season because I feel like it teaches us a lesson. Acceptance taught me to accept the things about myself that maybe I didn't even like, or maybe I thought were wrong, and to embrace it. I had absolutely no budget for this album. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had just gotten back from The Voice, and I was kind of like dealing with this like semi-depression. I'm looking at this. I shot this on my iPhone in Chinatown on 10th and Cherry. I like asked everyone to please move out the back of my picture so I could try to get this. I bought that little umbrella off Amazon for $17.99, and I had just gotten these pants right here from a thrift shop in LA for $35. And I was actually at a meeting, and I was like, "Yo, let's go down to Chinatown. Let's just like shoot a little bit, just to get like some mock photos." And the mock actually turned into the stock. And it became the album cover. And so I'm just like looking at this like, damn. You just never really know how something comes into fruition. And I remember I had no budget for any of this. And Greg here, who engineered the entire project,
did a great job too.
We literally did this, which is ironic. We did this in my grandparents' basement. And if you know anything about my grandparents,
shout out Mom, Dad.
They are, my grandfather is a very, very, very well respected apostle in the city. And my grandmother is First Lady. So imagine me singing all these songs in their basement. It just was
next to the pastor's office.
Right next to
singing everything but church music.
Everything
So you can imagine a pastor here
and swiping right.
So you can imagine.
Alright, cool. Mark Anthony, about to get into this video for seasons because it's beautiful outside. Seasons are changing, so it's perfect time to shoot this video. You know what I mean? So let's get it.
So this next season was Liberation. And Liberation was fun. This was after like the first few months of me being in China where I was depressed. I started living my life. And I started like, it was after I left the first city, Changsha, and went to Guangzhou. And the second city, I was like, okay, how can I make the best of this? I started going to Brazilian nights. I adopted a dog during Chinese New Year. I was doing the most. So this first song that I want to play captures to the T the idea of liberation when it comes to just being out there and putting yourself out there and being in a place that allows you the vehicle to just move freely. It's not quite freedom, but it's this liberated feeling of like, all right, I just let go of my issues real quick. Let me just be present and be messy, apparently. This is Swipe Right.
Bend it over, touch your toes and make your booty right. Back it up, shake that ass, shake it all night. Drop it down low, sis, hit the split with it. Let these rich niggas know they can stand to get it. Bitch, don't forget your wig and your lashes.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Precious.
Yo, like what I see, let me go ahead and swipe right. Damn, this nigga fine, tall, handsome, and the dick right. Forever lovers, or we fucking good for tonight. I don't give a fuck.
Gang, gang.
What's up, nigga? Gang, fucking gang on period.
Gang on period.
Yo, if y'all don't know who Julian King is, please follow this amazing, like, he's just an individual that's so creative. So, like, he's blunt. I love blunt bitches. Y'all know, if y'all know I fuck with people, but y'all fuck with blunt bitches. If you can't keep it real, hold on, pause the tune of them. If you can't keep it real and tell me, bitch, nah, this bitch sent the music back. He's like, bitch, I feel like you could go harder. Come on, I'm trying to put you out there. So you say, you know what? Let me push the pen. You know, I try to give him a little freestyle. He said push the pen, so I pushed the pen, and we made a hit.
And you did yo, can you run your verse back one more time?
Oh, can you run my verse back one more time? Yeah, fuck my verse. It's the whole song for me.
Actually, run the.
Where the hood niggas at? Where's the hood niggas at? I'm looking for the hood niggas. Come on.
Then at this point, I just feel like I started talking my shit. I started really like feeling myself, and that's how this song came about. I decided to add Calvin Jarvis on it because I wanted to do a song with Calvin just because I felt like after this show, people were just making it this weird tension. Like Calvin's one of my brothers. He just had a beautiful baby. Like, I wish him nothing but the best in life. But everyone just kept putting us up against each other. But this song kind of it's like that feeling when you just talking your shit. You feeling yourself, and it's like, you know what? I'm with it. I'm with everything. Calvin, I wanted Calvin to come on and do what he does best, and I feel like he did that. And this is like one of those songs that I listen to when I'm getting ready to go out, when I'm getting ready to like go do something, and I want to just be in my bag, you know?
A nigga like me, nigga like me, nigga like me, nigga like me. All I know is you ain't never had a nigga like me. Ooh, it's a battle when we battle, cause we battling to see who gon' make it last, yeah. And all I wanna do is put your past in your past, yeah. And say hello to the other side. It's no roses, 'cause you
This this toast is to changing perspective and shifting the narrative. I hope that each and every one of y'all begin to normalize the things that maybe you are prepared for. I want you guys to normalize doing your research on things before you speak out of context. I want you to normalize open and transparent communication in all of your relationships. I want you to normalize being honest with yourself, then to the children. And most importantly, I want you to begin to normalize enjoying the journey. I think that each and everybody in this room right now is talented in their own way and very, very special. And my hope for y'all is that in this next year, well, this past year, I hope that you guys really dug deep and really got to begin to understand who you are and what you want from your life. And I pray that as you move forward in life, you will hold on to this newer person that you are now. Because this newer person is who you always had hoped to be. You just didn't know. So cheers to that. Cheers to the normalcy. Cheers to all boys aren't blue. And cheers to motherfucking Biden blue.
Manny Chacon, been rocking with my brother Julian for a number of years now. So yeah, today we got Seasons going on. I'm excited to get to work with him again. Video shoot, he put out a quality project made in China, and to finally get to put out a visual to Seasons and rock out with all the bros. We're here for it. And plus, it's beautiful outside, so why not?
Right. Thanks, man.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of times we find with certain friendships, you become friends with someone and it's like, damn, like this is like a friend I never even thought that I never needed. I mean, like that I ever needed, but it just ended up being everything that I needed. So this song kind of has two perspectives. It talks about the other person being like something you thought that you never needed, but then it also talks about you being like what someone else didn't know they needed. And it's just one of those feel-good pop records that I hope to one day perform on like a very, very large stage. You will do like a high-budget video for. But it definitely gives that straight pop, water park, featuring Nicki Minaj type type song. So this is Never Needed. And this is the last of Liberation.
Can explain, I'll be the one thing that you thought you never needed. To give my time, my heart is yours for the taking. While it's on my mind, baby, you're one in a million, and you're so damn fine. Can we just chill for a minute? Show what I thought I never needed. How does it sound to you, baby? Does it feel like we belong?
My name is Chris. Today we are shooting the Julian King Seasons video. It's a beautiful day outside. It's Halloween, so Seasons, this definitely represents that.
The orange, yeah, I was seeing it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Peep the details, I've seen that.
Hope y'all enjoy it.
Tough.
This next season, I feel is like one of the most important because I was able to rediscover myself in a way. I feel like I got to tackle some elephants that were in the room, really like begin to talk to my family, talk to my friends about my life, and just kind of like, this is what I call self-discovery. When there was nothing wrong with my life before and who I was and what I feel like I represented. But I just wanted to dig deeper, and my desire was to dig deeper at that point. The one thing that I don't like about life is I feel like men, especially black men, are not given the opportunity to be able to explore themselves sexually because there is fear of whatever there may be fear of. And not every time does exploring yourself sexually mean the most obvious. But what I do know is that for me, I felt like I needed to discover who I was. I needed to discover who I was sexually and kind of like dig into that part of me that I feel like I had suppressed for so long because I was just so focused on music and I was so focused on everything else. So there's this one song called Blow Your Mind that is kind of probably the one of the most explicit things that I put out, and it's really not even that deep, but it kind of just opens up people's perspective into the fact that, like, yeah, Julian is an artist and Julian does music and Julian is a brother and a son and a friend, but Julian be doing the same shit that y'all be doing. So this is Blow Your Mind.
Good loving. That shit that how you texting your best friends right after in the group chat, like, damn. So what's up? Where you at? About to pull my hair back, getting ready, about to attack. About to have your legs shaking and your knees so weak. I'm feeling for your lips real soft, and I'm waiting on your high pitch multiple.
Right now we're doing a shoot. Technically it's for Halloween, to show a more creative side, but the real meaning behind it is to explore identity and sexuality, the part of liberation and freedom that I talk about in Seasons. This is just kind of like a manifestation of that. So today we're doing a shoot that's giving very much male poison ivy, feeling earthy, feeling planty, feeling fadery, and we got Crush that's about to crush my face and make me look up.
All this talk got me ready to blow your mind, ready to blow your mind. Hey, ready to blow your mind.
This came out better than we actually envisioned, and I feel good. I feel like I had the freedom to be able to do this, and for me to continue to just normalize exploration, identity, sexuality, being, all of it. A lot of people have trust issues, you find. They gotta believe what you say, believe how you act in, and it's just like, honestly, I really did not ask to go on trial with you. I just met you, and I'm already getting on this about like, I need to see this, I need to do this, I need to... And for me, a lot of it was like, I need to leave, because this is just too much. And I felt like every time I went to go date someone or I met someone, I had to make them believe what I was saying. Make them believe, like, no, I didn't answer your call because I'm actually in the studio. Okay, great. I actually did not answer your call because I'm filming a national television show right now. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm actually not answering your call because I'm working or something. Like, I don't understand why you don't believe me. You need to deal with some stuff because you got issues. But I just felt like I had to make everybody believe what I was saying. And that's exhausting, especially when I feel like I'm working on a lot of different things and I have my hands on a lot of different projects, and for me to have to sit here and try to make you believe what I'm saying is just obnoxious. But then there's another side to that. That real, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make you a believer. You can have your disbeliefs about what you think this is, but I promise you, I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's how the song came out. So this is Believe.
When I tell you I ain't them guys before, just stay
so much to me. I finally faced that relationship. I finally faced that elephant in the room with my dad. I finally faced loneliness and ended up becoming my best friend through the process. So I hope that when y'all listen to the album, y'all get that. And as y'all listen to the remixes, you're just inspired to always lead with truth and love and always put your best self forward. Because I feel like we do ourselves a disservice if we don't do that. This has been a lot of work. I mean, even filming this, all of the remixes, it's been a lot of work to get to this point right now. So, hope you enjoy it.
I'm Sydney, and we're out here shooting Seasons today, and it's gonna be great. We're excited. We're in this park, as you see, is nothing but fall leaves, the fall vibes. So that's exactly what we needed to switch to the many seasons. So stay tuned and stay ready.
This next song kind of talks about what do you do when you're lied to, and how do you rebound from that. You know, a lot of people deal with emotions differently, and for me, I kind of take things to heart. This song is becoming one of my favorites just because I remember like where I was when I wrote it and kind of everything and everybody that I was thinking about. I just felt like a lot of my life was not a lie, but like a lie. I felt like I had been lied to growing up. I feel like I had been lied to in my last relationship. I feel like I had been lied to in my last situation musically. And I was at a place where I was just like kind of like looking for answers and trying to discover what was next for me in all these areas of my life. And that's how Rebound came about. I'm really, really, really excited. So one of my favorite Philly artists, her name is just Frenchie, and she's gonna be joining me on the remix of this song. And it has that bounce that I know she's gonna kill. But this is one of my favorite songs, and it's called Rebound.
Wish we didn't have to rush it, so we wouldn't have to fake it. You could have just told me, baby, or better communicate it. What you really wanted from me, I could have tried my best to give it. I hope it's everything you wanted, not just sex in bed and breakfast, yeah. Could it be you were just wasting time and didn't know if you wanna be mine? Or what was wrong? Could've ended up being fine, but I don't know now. And now you're crying. But was it true? You lied to me, you saved yourself. Gotta move on, but still strong for what it's worth. You carry on living in the mud of your hurt. Just thinking to myself, lied. What does it mean when you lie to? What does it mean when you know that it's not true? How do you rebound, baby, rebound, and pretend that it really doesn't bother you? What does it mean when you lie to? What does it mean when you know that it's not true? How do you rebound, baby, rebound? Thought there'd be right. How to leave it here, we let it go and talk it out. Wanna make sure that we on the same page about it, so we not faking shit and acting like we back in college. Wish that I could pretend like we were back at last night. Yeah, and I never told you anything, so that I didn't have to be right. But could it be that you were just wasting time and didn't know if you wanna be mine? What was wrong? Could've ended up being fine, but I don't know now. Now you're crying. Was it true? You lied to me, you saved yourself. Gotta move on, but still strong for what it's worth. You carry on living in the mud of your hurt. Just thinking to myself, lie. What does it mean when you lie to? What does it mean when you know that it's not true? Rebound, baby, rebound and pretend that it really doesn't bother you. What does it mean when you lie to? What does it mean when you know that it's not true? Rebound, baby, rebound. Can you turn the track up for me a little bit? I never thought this could end up like this. Understand that I'm good on it. I can't believe this is goodbye. It wasn't more than you bargained for, yeah. Be honest, I don't care now. Made it this far, but it's gotta end now. Because forever don't last always now. What does it mean when you lie to? What does it mean when you know that it's not true? How do you rebound, baby, rebound and pretend that it doesn't bother you? What does it mean when you lie to? Rebound, baby, rebound and pretend that it really didn't bother you. White Hunger, thank you so much. Yeah, how do you rebound, baby, rebound and pretend that it really didn't.
Yo, what's up, man? My name is Fred. We out here shooting Seasons with Julian King, coming all the way from fucking Jersey, New York. Long morning, but we out here in the cold weather, and we gonna get this. We gonna get this.
There was still parts of me, even when I came back, I was like, there's parts of me that I feel like I need to deal with. Until I deal with it, I can't heal from it. A large majority of my life being just feeling odd. Feeling like, yeah, this is making sense, but it's not making sense. It's not feeling like completion. And I'm really big on energy, and I'm really big on vibes, and all my life just something felt off. And the large majority of this big elephant in the room was surrounding my father. And I think it's very interesting as I get older, and I'm now confronting just problems in my life head on as an adult. Because I think it's it's different when you decide to tackle things about your life and you're a child, still living in a parent's house, versus when you're an adult and being able to garnish a sense of respect as an adult versus a child who seems like they're whining or just being extra. So I began this journey of trying to search for truth. Anyone who is uncertain of their mother or their father just longs for that missing piece to actually want them. There's a difference between accepting, like, oh, this is my son, and that's cool, versus actually wanting to be a part of their life and actually showing up in a way that is fruitful and beneficial to both parties. Because I'm not also just realizing or recognizing who my biological father is, but I'm also gaining a new family. I'm gaining grandparents and siblings and cousins and like puppies and just life, like family. And this song, believe it or not, was one of the songs that resonated with a lot of my friends who are minorities as well as part of the LGBTQ community, because so many of those children are marginalized at a very young age due to their sexual orientation and the lack of not even knowing who their father is, or their father's really not even wanting anything to do with them. And I remember this album came out and so many of my friends like called me and would like break down in tears, like, you don't understand how much this truly has helped me, and you don't understand like how much this resonates with me, because I came out when I was 13 and my father said fuck you, and I haven't talked to him in 13 years. And I'm just like, holy crap. You never really realize the things that you go through that end up touching other people and helping other people to navigate some of those spaces. And I've had a lot of people come to me and be like, yo, I heard that song, it took me a month, but I reached out to my dad, and now I'm like, we're like best friends. And that to me is the power of the music and the power of like what the universe gives you to go through to be able to touch other people. If I was a father and I had a son and just meet a son and it's like, oh, he plays basketball, oh, he went to Central, okay, cool. But then it's like, oh, he went to Kappa and he's all about talent and respect and he has all these different types of friends and he's singing and dancing and in colors and
you know what?
You know, it just was a lot, maybe.
That doesn't bother me. You know, as long as you're doing and being successful and doing the right thing, all that other stuff doesn't matter to me. You know, like I said, I'm so proud of you, even though in a short period of time. You know, I wish I could have known you when you was first born, and I felt like, you know, all them years that I have missed. But, you know, there's a reason why God put you in my place, you know, in my life. And, you know, we just want to go moving forward, and make memories. And, you know, like I said, I'm just happy for you. Just know that I'm always there for you, you know, as well as my wife and the family, your brothers and your sisters. And that no matter, you know, what you go through in life, you know, you can always, my phone is always open to you, my home is always open to you, you know. I mean, all that, you know, musical thing, that's cool and all, but I'm not really interested in that. Like, I just love you for who you are, you know what I mean? So it doesn't bother me.
Cross, pivot, left hook, cross, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, pull 2, that's it, do it again, hands up, do it again, nice, again, and a slip, nice, again, oh, hey, oh, get it back, nice, that double jab too. Ooh.
And so there's a song on my album called Lose You, and it talks about relationship-y kind of feel, but it's actually really about my dad. And it was like, you'll hear, if you really pay attention to the lyrics, it talks about how I realize now, like, where I come from, and I don't want to lose this. It's like the part 2 of Want You to Want Me, like, damn, I wanted you to want me, but like, I waited a really long time for this, so listen to it.
And it's my favorite song on the album.
Lose You? No. Which one?
Want You to Want Me.
Oh, Want You to Want Me. Oh,
yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy to find the missing piece that makes my heart beat. And I won't lie, I don't wanna try. Didn't know what to expect at the beginning, and suddenly I can't control my feelings. And I won't lie, I don't wanna try, yeah. Cause I feel like it's what I'm running from, and the truth is, you are who I become. Tell me I'm wrong, or I'm right, yeah, I'm right, yeah. Cause my heart beats fast, thinking about us, and it don't make sense, but I don't wanna lose you, just can't lose you. You're right now, I took all my life for a moment like this, and to be honest, I don't wanna lose you, just can't lose you. You're right now. Finally unpacked all of my issues, figured it all out.
My name is Jonathan Pena. Everybody calls me Swing. I'm here today on set with my boy Julian. Blessing to be here. We about to chop it up and do some 1 to 8, some dancing. I'm here with, like we do it. I'm here with my brothers, and yeah, man, I'm just glad to be a part of it. And it seems like it's real fall-y. I like the leafy vibes. It's cold, but it's not gonna be cold for long, baby. Because we here.
Good.
I think the biggest gag about the album being called Made in China is that I'm actually black and Japanese. And I remember having to explain this to so many Chinese people I met. First of all, walking down the streets. Did he just beep at me? Oh, sorry. I remember one of the first times I walked through the streets, everyone just stopped and was like staring at me. Like, they must have thought I was like Bruno Mars or something. I heard from the company that hired me, they don't get a lot of black people in China, in like the heart of China, like maybe Shanghai or like Beijing, or like maybe if you go over to Hong Kong, which is like right near Shenzhen, or like where I was staying in Changsha and Guangzhou, they don't really like have that many black people. So it was like a phenomenon that I was there. I remember I started singing in the street and I had a whole crowd around me. And I was like, oh shit, like, this is where I live. And so I did that more and more, and like, it started to open up my heart to the idea that I was in a new place, in a new chapter of my life, where I could just be myself and have this sense of like freedom. You know, I find as I get older, a lot of people are just enslaved to race, religion, all of that. But I finally feel like I'm in a place where that's let go.
This song kind of like defies my non-negotiables now when it comes to dating. And when it comes to any relationship, I think that we all want to be in a place where we feel safe, we feel secure, we feel loved, we feel cherished, we feel appreciated, the energy is reciprocated. And that is a non-negotiable for me moving forward in any relationship that I have. Anyone that I meet, you know, that first time, if I don't feel it, it's just not gonna happen. And that's kind of how Safe came about.
Before you go and try to play me, just give me time to let you know it's been on my mind. How can I say this without you thinking that I'm needy? All I do is whine. We've been talking for some time, ever since you said I was fine. Growing up, all I ever wanted was someone to call mine. Keep the same energy, it's what you always said to me. As we text all day, FaceTimed in the morning endlessly. So please don't be offended, I just wanna tell you how I feel. Cause baby, it scares me, and I know this feeling too real. I know that you wanna feel safe, that I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine a world where we're all loved and feel safe, on the same page? I hope that it's soon, because I don't have much else time to waste. Ooh, safe. Ooh, you wanna feel safe, said I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine the world, baby? Because I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears. All I'm scared of is loving you. And it's okay if you're not feeling it. I just wanna hear those words come straight from you. 'Cause right now it's the way you talk, ooh, the way you move. It's so different from the very first day that I met you. And I can't believe that I was so blind until you falling for somebody else this whole damn time. So please don't be offended, I just wanna tell you what I see and how I feel. Cause baby, it scares me, and I know this feeling too real. Said I know that you wanna feel safe, said I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine a world we're all loved and feel safe on the same page. Hope that it's soon because I don't have much else time to waste. Ooh, say, ooh, you wanna feel safe, said I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine a world where we're all loved and feel safe? Now I know I wanna feel safe. This is your friendly reminder to stay 6 feet apart from each other and always wear your masks. Yeah, yeah. I know that you wanna feel safe. I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine a world where we're all loved and feel safe on the same page? Hope that it's soon because I don't have much else time to waste. Ooh, safe. Feel safe, said I wanna feel safe. Can you imagine a world where we're all loved and feel safe?
Made in China just kind of talks about it's the end. It's literally all of the album, all of my thoughts, all of my feelings, everything that I thought about in China. Because everything that I'm talking about in this album, I already thought about in China. These were conversations that I have with myself in my hotel room on the 60th floor of the Grand Hyatt in Changsha. And for me, it felt like a perfect way to end the album. Just being able to reflect on the time that I had and who I was becoming. And it's interesting as I reflect now on the album back, I'm just like, wow, my main mission was to normalize a lot. Just men being able to be vulnerable, tenderness in records again, perspectives that a lot of men maybe don't feel comfortable talking about, their relationship with their father, their ex, or their whatever the case may be, because most music is about money, sex, and drugs, which is not everyone's reality. But everyone's reality is they all have a father. Everyone's reality is they all go through changes. Everyone's reality is they all have their moments where they're feeling frisky, or where they're feeling hurt, or where they're feeling they want to feel safe, or they feel like they don't want to lose this love, or they feel like they don't know their father, or they feel like they made it through the season with their friends, or they, and so,
Such a huge responsibility to have to find myself and establish identity. Yeah, took me years just to love myself, yeah. Curly-headed church boy always did the most. Then I hopped up off the plane, I'm on the TV coast. Shit, feels like I'm getting closer than close, yeah. I was born in Philly, but I'm made from places that I once been. And it's because of it I feel like I was made in China. What's up, y'all? I'm made in China. I'm made in China. Yeah, I said I'm made in China. Yeah. Now if roses are red and violets are blue, I'm gonna give you, don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you. And if you need a reminder too, I'm gonna give you what you need. All of my time, my heart too. And he ain't got shit on me, cause they say I'm too Chinese, but the nigga don't really know. Oh, I'm flicking, I'm Japanese. Learned how to say ni hao. Made a name, guai guai. Brazilian, coxinha. Can't forget konnichiwa, yeah. I was born in Philly, but I'm made from places that I once been. And it's because of it China. Everybody rock with me now, 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 now. I said I'm made in China. Oh, yeah, I'm made in China. Oh, yeah, I'm made in China. Oh, I'm made in China. No, 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 no. Yeah.
Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I was excited to put this documentary out just because I didn't get to do anything that I wanted to do this year for the album Made in China. And because of it, I was like, what can I do special to let the fans know that I love them? And still kind of include some visual and show the performances and kind of be able to explain what every song was about and kind of where I was. And I thought it was no better idea other than to do this short documentary called Seasons. And these are the real seasons of this like past season of growth that I feel like I've gone through over the past 2-3 years. And I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to explain that with you. I wanted to explain that to you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. You didn't have to watch. You could have did something else with your time, but you decided to watch it, and I'm so appreciative. Yeah. We got some really, really exciting things happening next year. New music coming at the very top of the year. And the waves on Swim, so they do hate on him. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. You could have did something else, but you decided to watch, and I appreciate it. Yeah, and look out soon because there's a music video coming.
Going through the stage, growing things can change. Don't you go pacing in places that show no love. Don't you go chasing those faces that left you stuck. You live in your potential, but that's not enough. You know where I'm at, nigga, just pull up. Cause my baby, oh my baby, used to see the sun even when it's always raining. And it's so amazing how a few exchanges with cardboard and paper from the yellow pages. Said I can't believe you're getting by. You scrape your knees for scraps and it hurts your pride. But every tear that you cry becomes the only reason that you do survive. So when it's raining, ooh, it's cold outside. Stay warm. Do you say you don't? Keep cold, yeah.